So once again, good evening, children. Hope you all are fine, safe and studying well for your Olympiad exams. So today we here to take up a demo on Vedic maths. So I'm here to introduce you what is Vedic maths and how is it going to help you in your regular academics, like whatever the maths you learn either in your schools or in your that you prepare for Olympiad exams, how this Vedic maths is especially going to help you in your the way you can say that Vedic maths is one such thing which can help you to learn your regular maths in a simple way. That means what all you learn in maths, whatever the class it may be, right from class 2 to class 10, whatever the classes we are taking, whatever the concept it is, at one or the other stage in every maths problem, you'll be coming across some calculation. So Vedic maths is such a friend of you which can help you to take up these calculations in very, very little time than you actually take. For example, in a bigger problem like when you have a 5-digit by 5-digit subtraction, you need long time to subtract, at least 1 minute. But Vedic maths will help you to solve that in very little seconds. So how is that possible and what are those? Let us see some sample tricks using Vedic maths in solving bigger problems, and let's see how is it going to help you, what are the advantages you are going to get. Let's see that in our demo session. Okay, so let's start our session today. So before going to Vedic maths, first of all, let's keep about Vedic maths. Our main concern is maths. Mathematics is our main concern. You are me, here are because together because we are all related each other with mathematics. So my very first question regarding mathematics is, how many of you feel maths as fear or dear? So this is a very big question which comes to the case of children. Ma'am, maths exam is finished. My child doesn't sleep. Parents feel like that. And mama always asks me to read multiplication tables, solve problems, that, this. So all such problems comes. So now the very first few questions are, well, how do you feel about mathematics? So let's see about that first. So how many of you like maths? Raise your hands. Raise your hands if you like mathematics. So there are many raised hands in the class. Oh, very good. Very good. So good to see there are many raised hands in the class. Perfect. Perfect. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So since we have a huge strength in the class and it's not possible to make you all unmute to speak, I'll give a chance to 1 or 2 each and every time. Plus, please do not do mind that others were not given a chance. Everyone will be given a chance. Okay. Prisha. Prisha, can you unmute? Ma'am, please unmute Prisha.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Hi, Prisha. Welcome to the class. So can you tell me what is something that you like? Do you like maths?
Yes, ma'am. I like maths.
Okay. Very good. So here is my question for you, Prisha. My question for you is, what is that something that you like about maths? One example that makes you love towards maths. Okay, Prisha is muted. Let's give a chance to someone else. So Agamya, we have Agamya here with us. Hi Agamya, welcome to the class. Please tell me what is that makes you like about maths?
Ma'am, it makes me like about maths is that I like additions and subtraction and multiplications. They are so easy, and how we can find the multiplications and multiples. These all I like.
Okay, so these are all, basically in the sense you like all the operations about mathematics. Which class do you belong,
Yes.
Agamya?
Ma'am, 4th class.
Okay, 4th class. So fine, very good. Let's give a chance to someone else. Here we have Shriyansh with us. Shriyansh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Shriyansh. Please, can you tell me what is something that you like about maths?
Ma'am, I like fractions and their factors, multiples, and
Okay.
ma'am, also rational numbers. And ma'am, I like to construct the parallel lines and angles and bisectors.
Okay, so you like much more about constructions. So even for doing constructions, you need values. When you have values and if you are able to calculate it, only then you can get to appropriate, accurate constructions, right? Which class do you belong, Shreyansh?
Ma'am, I belong from 7th class.
Okay, Shravan's class. Okay, that's good. That's good. So fine. There were many good raise hands in the class to see that all of you like maths. Happy to see that. Being a maths person, I feel happy when I see people love maths a lot. So well and good. Now here is the next question coming for you all. Now the question is, so however you like maths, there will be some other part which you may not like in mathematics. What is that? Only those people who have answer for this will raise hand, others will down your hand. Others will down the hands who has something that you don't like or which you feel as difficult in math. Only those will keep your raise hands. Okay, good. Here are there are enough raise hands to just know. Okay, Nitya Srinidhi. We have Nitya Srinidhi with us. Yes, Nitya.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, dear. Please tell me. Hi, Nitya. Welcome
Hi,
to the
ma'am.
class. Tell me, what is something
Ma'am,
that you feel it difficult or tough or dislike in maths?
The only thing is long division, ma'am.
Long divisions. Okay. So I think you belong to 5th class, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So fine. You find difficulty with long division. Okay. Well and good. So fine. We have Siddhant with us. Siddhant Singhvi.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, dear. Welcome to the class. Can you just please tell me what is something that makes you feel feared or tough or something which you don't like about particular thing?
Ma'am, I don't like fractions.
You don't like fractions because you have lot of calculations in it. Because
No,
when
ma'am.
you see fractions, you have multiplications, divisions, LCM,
Yeah, ma'am.
blah, 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 so many things in fractions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so fine. That comes to your point. Okay. We have one last person. So Janvi,
I do not like subtraction.
oh, you don't like subtractions, Janvi. Which class do you belong?
Third.
3rd class. So borrowing subtractions is a very big mess. We can see all the stars and planets in one subtraction problem, right? So,
Yes.
fine. Well and good, well and good, well and good. So today we will make the stars and planets vanish away. We'll make the sun in our hands by using Vedic tricks to make all these difficulties of divisions, subtractions, fractions, all those things can be solved out with one big magic tricks of Vedic math. Okay, fine. So your problems, what all you have said so far, and I can see some problems in the chat box also. So all your fear, however you like maths, comes only when it comes to the part of calculations. Either it may be subtractions, divisions, multiplications, factors, LCM, HCF, fractions, whatever it may be. All your problem is with calculation. If the calculation is not there, everything is easy. Fine. Now, how will this fear of calculations be solved out? That is our major question. So how can we make these calculations easy? The only way that can be done is Vedic maths. This is the only magic that we have which can make all our calculations simpler. When the calculations are simpler, automatically the problem solving would be interesting and you can solve more problems in the less time. Usually our Olympiad says that you need more accuracy in less time. Isn't it? However, you are good in Olympiads, but you have Vedic maths also in your hand, what happens? It becomes like icing on the cake. Am I right? So all of you kids like cake, but if you have more icing, more extra icing, like more cheese, extra cheese in a pizza, the same thing. It happens like that. Vedic maths is like extra cheese in the pizza. So let's see how is this Vedic maths going to help you with some simple, small glimpse. So since it is a demonstration and it's not the actual session, I will show you some simple tricks of solving it. A few examples we'll take, then we will solve them. Then we will come back to see how useful Vedic maths is for us. Okay, let's start with the first question. Now my first question is 104 square. Okay, those who doesn't know what is the meaning of square, I'll write it. Even there are smaller kids in the class, so I would like to explain this in clearly. Let me explain it. What is the meaning of it is, here I am doing the multiplication of 404 with 400. This is the meaning of it. Okay. I want to do 404 into 404. Now I want you to all solve this question for me and give me your answers in the chat box. I will see who will be giving the fastest answer and the accurate answer. So there are good answers in the chat box. Very good. Very good. So when it is, of course, I don't know the classes of youth people here because very few children have been given a chance to unmute. Others, there are even class 2 children, class 3 children. You may feel it a bit difficult. No problem. So for a class 6th child or 7th child who is in the class, it takes hardly 15 to 20 seconds, yeah, 30 seconds to solve. For a class 2 child or for class 3 child, how much time will it take? 1 minute at least, because you solve it in a proper way of doing multiplication. That is the way you solve it, isn't it? Now, okay, there are many perfect answers in the chat box. Very good to see this many answers, but still I find many incorrect answers also. There are many incorrect answers. Fine, no problem. Now the question arises, what is the need of Vedic magic here? This is general multiplication, man. You asked us to multiply it in a simple way. Yes, I did ask you to do it in a simple way. So how do you do this? Generally, when you do it, either it may be a class 3, a class 4. How do you generally do it? You write it like this. You multiply it. 4 4 16. You write the carry forward number. You write it here. 4 ones are 4. Now, zeros are there. So you exclude that row. Then you go with 1. So how do you go there with again? You exclude 2 values. Then you write 4 1 0 1. And then you solve. Such a big time taking process. Now, irrespective of your class, from class 2 to class 10, any child can solve this complete process in less than 10 seconds. I will give you a trick for solving this. In less than 10 seconds, you can all solve it. Either it may be a class 2 child or it may be class 10 child. Whoever it is. From now onwards, either it may be 2-digit number multiplying by itself or 3-digit, it will be easy for you. I'll give you a trick. What is that trick? Be ready to know the trick. So first of all, let's see whether your answers are right or wrong. You all have given answers on chat box. Check your answers whether it's right or wrong. Yes, many answers are right and still many answers are wrong. So now let us see a small trick of how can this be solved easily. I told you can solve it in less than 10 seconds, right? Definitely every one of you can do it. So see the trick here. What is the number here? 104. The main meaning of this question is, I told you, you need to multiply the number by itself. The meaning of this question is 104 into 104. So here, what should we do whenever we have this type of numbers? Whatever the number is, we should add the last digit to it. What is the last digit here? 1 digit? 4. I have added to it. And that 1 digit I have multiplied again by 8. These are the 2 parts of the answer. And my answer is like this. See how easy it is. I will explain you to it since we have smaller children also in the class. So let me explain. So whatever the number we have, we need to do it in a simple way. I'll show it again with some more examples. See here. If I have a number 102, I want to multiply with 102. How can I do it? There are only 2 parts in the answer. The left part and right part. In left part, what is the number? 102. For that, you should add the last digit, which is 2. And on the right side, the last digit you should multiply to itself. Here you get 104 and here you get 4. But here, there are 2 digits to be there. So I will write the answer like this. If you want, you can check this answer by your general calculation method or your calculators. 102 into 102 is 10404. How easy is the answer? Here, when you multiply the 2 last digits, you should always get a 2-digit number. Here we have only 2 2s are 4. So I wrote it as 0. This is such an easy question. So did we take more time in solving it? It can be solved in less than 10 seconds. Before you were supposed to do so many steps of multiplication. But here there are only 2 simple tricks to remember. What is it? You should add the number with the ending digit. That ending digit you should multiply by itself. These 2 parts, if you put together, your answer is in your hands. Now let's see one more example. 108 square. So how many of you can give it answer so fast? You can use the same Vedic trick. Don't go for general multiplication. Use a trick. You can solve it in less than 10 seconds. Perfect. Perfect. It's not even 10 seconds after giving the question. I find answers in the chat box. Very good. Very good. So how are you supposed to solve it? What is the clue I said? What is the number? 108 into 108. How can we solve this? 108, we should add with 8. And on the right side, 8. What do we get? This is 116 and this is 64. Be careful, be careful. You need to add the number with the last digit, just last digit. What is the last digit? 8. 108 plus 8, 116. 8 into 8, 60. These are the just two parts of that. I'll give you one more question. See here. 107 into 107. How can we solve it? 107 plus 7. The remaining part, 7 into 7. 11449. That's it. You just had the number 107. For that, we added the last digit 7. We got 114. And what is the last digit? 7 just now we saw. 7 sevens are 49. That's it. Okay, there are some raised hands in the hands. Class, let's see. Agamya, tell me. You have raised your hand. You want to say something? Is this clear to you?
Can you explain me once more? Actually, I can't understand this.
I will explain. See here. We have a number 108. I have to multiply with 108. Now, this is the only number I have because both the numbers are same. So 108 I should add with 8. What is it here? The last one's digit. 8. I'm adding 108 with 8. I will get 116. This is one part of the answer. The other part of the answer is 8.
I don't understand this. That how we can multiply 8 by 8 and then we will get the answer.
That reason for the trick you're asking. No, that reason for the trick I'm not going to explain you. I don't want you people to run away. Why are you getting this trick? You just need to know the trick that for the number, you just need to add the last digit, 116. And the last digit, if you multiply by itself, you'll get 64. This both parts, if you put together, you'll get the answer.
Okay, ma'am. Now I understand it.
The trick you need to understand, how is it coming, that you can understand later on. Okay? You just need to concentrate how to apply the trick, not to know how is the trick is being possible. Fine?
Ma'am, now I understood it.
Okay. So here the answer we get is 11664. So to solve these type of problems, do we need more than 10 seconds? Because for 108, we just added 8. And the other one, 8 into 8 we have done, which is 64. We just kept it together. We didn't do any sort of subtraction, multiplication, division. We did nothing. We just put the two parts simply together. That's it. And one more speciality of Vedic maths that I would like to tell you all is, you are never in need of by-hearting tables till 20 again and again. Usually I see children till class 5, parents always put a stress on them, learn the tables till 20, learn the tables till 20. No. I always tell you, never learn tables till 20. Learn tables till 9. That's enough. You are in no way need of learning tables till 20. Till 9, if you are good at tables, that's more than enough. These 9 tables will help you to solve any bigger problem. Either it may be 7-digit by 7-digit multiplication, 10-digit by 10-digit multiplication. That also you can solve with only 9 tables. Vedic maths never ask you to by heart bigger tables. Okay? So here we have such a bigger number. My God. 1012 square. The meaning of it is 1012 into 1012 we are doing. Again apply the same logic. 1012 into 1012 we are doing here. But here remember children, be careful here. Okay, still there. Oh, before I give the answers, you started giving me the answer. Yes, Syed, there are many exemptions in this tricks. I will give you the exemptions for the tricks also, which are possible and which are not possible also I will tell. Just give me a minute. That also I will explain. Every Vedic trick has its own exemptions. What are those exemptions? That also I will tell. Just wait for a minute. In the above problem, we made this question as 100 plus 4. We should consider this problem as 100 plus 4. This as 100 plus 8. This we should consider as 1000 plus 12 form. Vedic maths has all its tricks basing on 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 like that. So that way we solve it. Now let me show you how can we solve this problem. So as I've told you, in this problem, we can consider this as 1000 plus 12. 1000 is our magic number. So here, how can I solve this? Sorry, 1 second. Thousand 12 and my 12 is the ending part. I will take 12 one side, 12 into 12 the other side. Now my answer would become like this. 1024, 12 12s are 144. You may ask, ma'am, 12 into 12 we are using. Again, it is a bigger multiplication. For that also, again, you can use the same trick here what we have done. Let's show me you the answer. Many are correct answers in the chat box. Very good, very good. So see the answer. See the same answer you got. Now in this question, we used 12 into 12. You may get me a question. The reason why this question I gave you is that some of you can get it out. Ma'am, just now you said we can use only till tables 9 is enough to learn. But here we got 12 into 12. How can we solve it? Yes, I have an answer for your question. See here. The same 12 into 12 can be solved in the same way as we solved it. How can we solve it? See here. I told you, whatever are magic numbers of Vedic maths. Vedic maths has certain magic numbers. These magic numbers are 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh, so on. These are the magic numbers which rule the Vedic maths. Without these magic numbers, we don't have Vedic maths. Now, in the case of 3-digit number, we had a magic number 100. In case of 4-digit number, we had the magic number 1000. In case of 2-digit number, we use the magic number 10. Now, how can we solve this using the same logic? See, this is the ending digit. So, 12 plus 2 followed by 2 into 2. 12 plus 2, 14. 2 2s are 4. See, this is the ending part which we got because here we did 12 into 12 for this part. Got it? Vedic maths is all about using these magic numbers, and some of you had questions in the chat box that, ma'am, is this trick applicable for all the numbers? Like if you want to do 67 into 67, this trick can't be used. There is a different trick for this. If you want to do 192 into 192, you can't use this trick. There is a different trick. This trick is applied only for the numbers which are very close to these magic numbers. See, 108. So 104 I took. This is very close to 100. 108 I took. That is very close to 100. 1012 I took. That is very close to 1000. 12 I took. That is very close to 10. So this trick of Vedic math is applied only when the numbers are very close to this magic numbers. And what about these cases? There are different tricks for that also. But this trick is applied only for these type of numbers. Got it? So this was some part for some bit higher class children. So here we have different questions for other questions. So many of you had a problem with subtractions. Just now some class 3 child has told me, ma'am, subtractions is always a bigger problem to me. Now see here how such a bigger question it is. 1 followed by 5 zeros, and that should be involved in the subtraction with 5, 6, 2, 3, 9. Such a bigger number subtraction we have to do. So now start solving this and give me the answer. Generally, whenever you solve these type of questions, how do you solve it? Borrow, borrow, carry on, forward, carry forward from the left place to right place. You always carry forward the ones and tens and then you solve it. Am I right? But Vedic maths doesn't ask you to do all those things. In one line, you can solve this complete problem. Okay, many good answers in the chat box. So fine. Now let's see what is your answer and whether it is right or wrong. Yes, many of your answers are absolutely correct. The answer is 43761. Generally, how do you solve this problem? You just carry out all the zeros and make them numbers and you solve it. You solve it like this. This way. So to solve from the ones place, you take from tens. But tens is again 0, so you go for 100, 1000, 10,000. So at last you cancel out this, you make this 10, then make this 9 and make it 10. And this way you borrow it till come to this way, then you solve it. This lengthy process can be made easy in one line. See what is a trick here. Magic trick. See how easy it is solved. First, let it be displayed. I will show you the trick. So you may not understand anything. Let me explain. This trick is possible with only looking at this number by leaving this. You can leave this number completely. You just look at this number which should be subtracted. That is subtrahend. If you just look at the subtrahend, it's enough. How can you do it? In this, all the digits other than the last one, you should subtract from 9. See, 9 minus 5, 9 minus 6, 9 minus 2, 9 minus 3. Only the last digit we subtracted from 10. And our answer is, see, 4, 3, 7, 6, 1. That's it. Isn't that easy? Will this be not possible in one single line to solve it? Here we never saw this minimum. Whatever the minimum is, we forgot about it. We just saw the subtrahend number. We just saw the number which we are subtracting. By seeing that number, we just subtracted. What is the simple trick we use? The only trick is all the digits you should subtract from 9 only. One digit. Since only this last digit should be subtracted from 10. 9 minus 5, 4. 9 minus 6, 3. 9 minus 2, 7. 9 minus 3, 6. 10 minus 9, 1. See, how is your answer? Be careful. This trick can be applied only when how many digits are here, that many zeros should be there. This trick is applied only when how many zeros are here, that many digits should be there here. And the ending digit, that is the leftmost digit of the minimum, should be 1. Then only this trick is applied. Like I'll show you one more example. See here. So how can we solve it? So 4 zeros are there, so 4 digits are there. So we can easily solve it. So what can we do? 9 minus 4, 9 minus 0, 9 minus 5, 10 minus 2. 9 minus 4 is 5, 9 minus 0 is 9, 9 minus 5 is 4, 10 minus 2 is 8. Now tell me how many of you feel subtraction is difficult and how many of you feel that subtraction can never be solved in less than 1 minute? Yes. Rudrani is asking in the chat box. Yes, Rudrani, we should always subtract the last digit from 10 only. Remaining all you should subtract from 9. Only the last one you should subtract from 10. That is the rightmost digit you should subtract from 10. Remaining all you can subtract it from 9. That's it. That's a simple trick. Let's see for the smaller numbers also. Here also, again, 9 minus 5, 10 minus 7. 9 minus 5 is 4, 10 minus 7 is 3. That's it. You can make however big a problem it is. You can make any number sized problem. this type of trick can be applied for any number of digits. Like I have, see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 zeros I have. Followed by okay, let's change this last digit. If you want, I can change this for some other number. Like let's have 1. Or let's have 9 also. Anything we can have. So you just need to not write all the steps. Once you have practice, you can directly write it. Just look at this number. So what is that? 9 minus 5, 4. 9 minus 2, 7. 9 minus 0, 9. 9 minus 6, 3. 9 minus 9, 0. 10 minus 1, 9. Just by looking at this, you can solve it. Or you should subtract from 9. Only this last digit. Which one? This 1. Rightmost digit. You should subtract from 10. All these are applied for 9s. And this is from 10. You can orally do it. You need not write steps also. Orally do it when you practice it. Vedic maths is all about more and more practice. How do you learn multiplication tables? By practicing more again and again, again and again. The same way, Vedic maths tricks are very simple. Once you practice many problems to it, you can use it directly whenever needed. Like you are solving a very big problem, word problem, where multiplication is there, addition is there, subtraction is there. So when you're solving such big problems, when you come across bigger calculations, how much time do you take? First of all, the problem is big, again bigger calculations. So reduce time, we can make the calculation process simple because we can't make the problem small. Am I right? So to reduce the calculation time, we can use Vedic maths. The more you practice Vedic maths tricks, the less time you can solve it. Now here is one more question for you. See, 1 followed by 6 zeros. You should subtract it from, and you have to subtract 260981 from this number. You can use the same trick. You just do it orally. Don't use any pen, paper, anything. Orally, you can tell me the answer or the digits. It's such easy. It's such easy to solve it. Okay, let me give a chance to someone in the class to speak out the answer for this. There are many raised hands. Let me give a chance to someone. We have Pranav here. Pranav has down his hand. No problem. There are many others also in the class. Let me see. Let me give a chance who has not got any chance till now. Sunanda. We have Sunanda in the class. Ma'am, please unmute Sunanda.
Yes, I have unmuted.
Sunanda, are you there? She's not in the class. Okay, fine. Let's give a chance to someone else. Sarvesh. We have Sarvesh with us. Fine. So, no problem. Let me give you the answer for this.
I'm 7,39,019.
Okay, very good. So, do you find this trick easy to apply for this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, because all from 9 you should subtract. 9 minus 2, 7. 9 minus 6, 3. 9 minus 0, 9. 9 minus 9, 0. 9 minus 8, 1. And 10 minus 1, 9. So we are able to solve this in one single line. And once if you have practiced, you don't need this one single line. Just directly give out the answer orally. The more you practice Vedic maths, the less time you can solve it accurately. So here we have one more question. 1000 minus 936. Now let's see how fast we can solve this perfectly. So good. There are answers in the chat box. Perfect, perfect, very good, very good, very nice. So 9 minus 9, 0, 9 minus 3, 6, 10 minus 6, 4, 64 is your answer. Perfect. So such simple it is to solve out the answers so easy. So once you learn the trick, how are we getting this trick applied is a secondary point. Your main perception is to apply the trick and solve it. So here you have one more trick. Now when you want to solve questions of this type, 34 into 11, how can we solve this is the question, right? So again, you do it one by one line, 2 rows of the multiplication table, then you solve it, right? But I'll give you a small trick in solving it. So good, there are many answers in the chat box, very nice. Let's see how can we solve this. $374. This is again can be solved in less than 5 seconds. I told you before one at least 10 seconds. This can be solved in less than 5 seconds. Such easy it is. Because 11 table also maybe at times you need to calculate 11 fours are 44, 4 carried, 11 threes are 33 plus 4. You need to do so much things. No, this can be solved in less than 10 seconds, 5 seconds. See here. What is the trick? 3 will be as it is, 4 will be as it is. In between them, you need to add them and write their value. That's it. What is that? 347. Sorry, 374. Sorry. 3 will be as it is, the leftmost digit. The rightmost digit, 4 will be as it is. And in between, you need to add them both and write it. 3 plus 4, 7. Now, who can tell me 25 into 11? Perfect, perfect. So what do we do? The 2 will be the ending digit. Leftmost. The rightmost ending digit will be 5. In between, 2 plus 5, 7. So here we get 2 and here we get 5. In between these both digits, if you add and write, you get 7. So do you need at least 5 seconds for solving this? I don't think so. Let's see. What is the answer? 275. So isn't that easy? Or the other reasoning that you can give for this trick, I mean, it's not reasoning. The other way, how can you solve this question? I can give you as like this, right? 3, 4. Under this, again, you write 3, 4. Just add them. 4, 7, 3. Again, you get back the same. You can add it in this horizontal way or you can add it in vertical way. However you add, you get the same. Now see one more question we have. 63 into 11. 63 into 11. 6 will be the ending leftmost digit. 3 will be the rightmost ending digit. And in between 9. 6, 9, 3. Very good. The moment I gave the question in the screen, there were answers in the chat box. That means you are not even in need of taking 5 seconds also. You have immediately given the answers. So how fast is it to apply the trick? Again, this trick is applied only for 2-digit numbers when multiplied with 11. Okay? So every trick has its own limitations. In Vedic maths, every trick has its own limitations. And all these limitations are applied in terms of the magic numbers, as I've told you. What are those magic numbers? 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh. And some of you have asked me in this chat box, ma'am, is this magic numbers limited till only 1 lakh? No. Any number of zeros, if you put after 1, all those are magic numbers. 10 with 1 0 after 1, 100 with 2 zeros after 1, 1000 with 3 zeros after 1. So all these are magic numbers. Vedic maths runs around these magic numbers. How good you are able to use these magic numbers logics, tricks, that good and that fast you can pick up in Vedic maths. And your work is not to know how is this being trick logically applicable. No. Learn the trick, practice it again and again and again to faster your calculation process. What is the logic behind it? What is the reason behind it? That is a secondary part of learning. Okay? The more you practice the trick, the perfection you get it in solving it in a lesser time. Got it, children? I'll give you one simple trick again, so that would be more interesting again to you. I'll give you one such interesting trick like this. For example, if you want to multiply a number like 75 to itself, if you want to multiply 75 with 75, you can use the rule which I gave you before also. But that rule is for the numbers which are very close to 10, 100, 1000, I said. But this trick is applied for the numbers which are ending with 5s. How can you multiply 75 into 75? You take a long time. But I tell you, see, 7 multiply with its next number. The other part is 5 into 5, 20. 5, 6, 2, 5. See, again, it is a simple answer. If you want to multiply 45 with 45, again, it will be easy. The first part, 4, you should multiply with its next number. And the next part is 25. 2025. If you want to multiply bigger number, 95 into 95. Again, this is also same. 9. What is its next number for 9? 10. 9 into 10 followed by 25. 9 tens are 90. 9025. You can apply it for bigger number also. See here, I'll show you one more example. Oh, sorry. The number should end in 5. You may see. So only 5 is separated. So the right part will be always 25. The left part, 11 we have. 11 into its next number, 12. You may ask, ma'am, 11 into 12. Again, bigger number. No, just now I told you how to use 11 multiplication. How to use it? 12 into 11, 1, 2 at the last, in between 1 plus 2, 3. See? You applied one Vedic maths trick in solving a bigger problem involving other trick. So it's not that Vedic maths helps you in solving only in one simple way. One trick which we have just learned of multiplying 12 into 11, we have applied in multiplying 115 into 150, where the trick for numbers ending in 5 is applied. Here the simple trick, whatever other than 5 you have, that you should add with its next number, multiply with its next number. That will be one part of your answer. The remaining part of your answer will always be 25. The rightmost part of your answer is always 25. The left part you should multiply. Whatever the leftover digits are there, that number with its next number. That's it. Isn't that easy? So these are all the very big advantages of Vedic maths. You may feel it confused to remember. Even tables are difficult to remember at the time beginning. Even when you go for higher classes, you get many formulas. All those things are also difficult to remember. But the more you practice, it comes easy to your mind whenever needed. The same way, Vedic maths tricks are, once you learn, the trick will be very easy. The more you practice, you can get it applied in any sort of bigger problem. Either it may be geometry, either it may be algebra, either it may be general mathematics, word problems, general bigger number calculations, anything you can apply. So now let's see what are the very big benefits that you are going to get by learning Vedic maths. The very first benefit is it is a magical tool that reduces your finger counting or figure counting and scratch work. Whenever you have a maths exam, I see children using pages together in their rough notebook for maths calculation. All those will come down because of Vedic maths. The more you write numbers, scribble it, scratch it, write it, cancel it, and do it, not necessary. You can solve it in single lines within seconds using Vedic maths. It improves your mental calculations. When you are solving it orally, your calculations are done in your mind, not on the paper. So your mental calculation ability will be increased more and more. It provides one-line answer. As we have seen in all these screens, the question solved. Everywhere the problem is solved in one line. When it is a bigger subtraction, you need 3 lines to solve it. When it is a bigger multiplication, you need 5 to 6 lines to solve it. But in Vedic maths, you can do all those in one line. That too in less than 10 seconds. And some bigger problems may be 10 to 15 seconds. All will be solved in lesser time. Improves the speed of calculation by 10 to 15 times. Yes, absolutely correct. Where the problem of subtraction 2 to 5 children were solving it in a minute, that you can solve it in less than 10 seconds. Obviously, speed is increased much more. Reduces the burden and increases concentration. So generally, whenever I find children that when it is a lengthy word problem, they find it difficult in solving. Why? You need to solve the problem and the calculation as well to get the end result. In that cases, to reduce your burden, when your calculation part is reduced, automatically your concentration is only on main solving. Then automatically your time is also reduced, your burden is also reduced, the concentration of work is also increased. Problem size can't be decreased, but calculation size can be decreased by Vedic maths. That is what the magic of Vedic maths is. Logical thinking ability gets enhanced. The more thinking capacity, how logically you can apply, for which situation, which trick can I apply, for which situation, which trick is more apt. Such things can be helped in increasing your logical thinking. Make the student confident and self-esteem. The meaning is, when you're able to solve much bigger problems in a lesser time, automatically your confidence level is boosted. So that's what helps you in solving things more easily. And this boosts your confidence also. Now let's see how this online classes is going to help you in learning Vedic maths that can coordinate you with your general Olympiad maths or general school maths. The main features of this program are, we have live sessions. So every child is given a chance to speak out their doubts, answers, whatever it is. There and then you are given enough source of learning the concepts clearly. So you have an online course book. That means using one prepared material in the form of PPT, we will be providing you classes where the concepts will be clearly explained till you have a scope of having a teacher and a co-teacher to get your doubts cleared there and then. And the batch size is small. As just you can see in the class, it's unfortunate to say that, and even I am sorry from our side, because since the strength is more, many children has raised their hands and there are many queries in the chat box. Still, we were not able to answer all of this. The reason is the big batch size for the demo. But that doesn't happen in the regular classes. You'll have small size class where every child will be focused. Every child will be given a scope to speak out their voices. Enough practice. As I've told you, Vedic math is all about doing enough practice to learn the tricks easily and apply it in your regular maths. So when these classes are being given to you, you will be given enough practice in the class as well as in the enough practice materials so that you can get this Vedic math tricks easily applied for your needs. Query sessions. Apart from the classes, you will have a query session, revision session that will help you to solve out whatever you have missed or whatever you feel it is confused. That trick or tip can be learnt again to solve your problems. Well-planned timely assessment. So however you learn the tricks, either it may be maths or general maths, Olympiad or Vedic maths, your main motto is to have enough practice and see to what extent you have practice. So we have enough practice material and timely assessments for you to check what extent you have learned the concepts. So now it's queries time. So whatever queries you have, you can ask it. We have Usha ma'am with us to help you. Usha ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Priya ma'am. Thank you for this wonderful demo session. So students, this was just a glimpse of the Vedic maths tricks that you can use in your daily life and you can in your daily exams and competition exams. So this will help you just stay ahead in the exams and you can do your calculations quickly and fast, and it will always remain with you. So once you learn the tricks, it will always remain with you. So we have prepared